days ago. What were the key differences in that performance for you?
Our kicking game was fantastic. Obviously, we started with a lot more intent, and I think that's the thing that ended up carrying us through the whole game. But the kicking game of the halves was fantastic, and then Teddy and Cookie, I thought, did a wonderful job of just picking the right play of the ball to just go through the middle with some speed. But that was never planned. That's just two players sort of taking advantage of opportunities. So it's good when you can get that, 'cause you don't have to set up for it. And I thought all in all we looked like once we were in a bit control, we were attacking on a lot of parts of the field, which would have been hard to defend.
Fair to say Nathan Solomon stood out as tonight, Freddie?
What do you think?
Definitely.
He was pretty good. I thought he was good. His kicking was good. And he made an error early where Munster caught in goal and they scored off the back of that, and he was faultless the rest of the game.
Him and Walker seem to work really well together. Why do you think they complement each other so well?
I think because everyone else played really well. You know, that was a really good team performance. So, you know, when that happens, they had a lot more freedom than we did the first game. Well, really, you know, to compare to the first game, I think it was a bit. We did to them tonight what they did to us in Adelaide. So, yeah, Cody did score in the first try. I think was fantastic for him and us. So, yeah, they did well together.
Obviously, sort of blew out there a little bit, but gee, the forwards lady ran a platform for you to do it. You must have been pretty happy with those guys.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, they were awesome. Just through the middle of the ruck there, the whole game, short passes behind the ruck. They just rolled down the field, you know, with support and power running. And yeah, as I said, the kickers got in good positions to put some pressure on them, and we built that on our D after that. So they were really good.
Felt pretty good capturing that win, Teddy.
Yeah, it's pretty proud moment. I think just to lead the boys out and it's come away with the victory. It was I sort of wanted to take a bit more leadership and ownership for the team and a bit more responsibility, and just tried to lead with my actions and my talk, and the way the boys played. Everyone just played so well and made my job pretty easy.
What's to say about Nathan? Obviously, young half, only 22, and no, he says he didn't hear all the talk during the week, but you had a really rough week and a half there with Grandpa lossing to Adelaide. What's to say about him, the way he responded tonight?
I think a lot of people think he's got a really good character, and he's a tough kid, so he just handled it, which was just great. You know, it's great for the future of, I think, Penrith and the Blues. So, but you know, we won the game that we were mostly expected to win in front of our own crowd. Cameron Munster got hurt early. A lot of things went right for us. So, you know, it was great to give ourselves an opportunity to go and win it at Suncorp Stadium. But, you know, there's always a reaction in State of Origin, and we just need to make sure the players are aware of. We just need to get ready again, and it's got to be the same, if not better.
For I think it's 15 years since you said last time to Slider in Brisbane. Why is this group got the ability to win next week?
Well, it's a great challenge. They like a challenge. I think the only two times we won 3 in a row was both times we had to go to Queensland and won it there in '94 and in 2005. So, you know, we're sort of comparing ourselves to those two teams, which are great teams. Just a great challenge for them. They seem to like each other.
Good group of boys.
So,
What do you think of the push and shove in the game there?
what do I think of it?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone got hurt.
Wayne said that it was sort of boiling over because of some media reports between the dislike between those two players. Had Payne Haas, to your knowledge, read into all of that?
Someone just told me then, so once again I haven't heard much this week. So, but you know, two young blokes. I don't think anyone was hurt, and it wasn't too offensive. So I think we can move on from it pretty quick.
Did it feel like it was about to blow up out there, Teddy?
No, not really. I was sort of out of nowhere, to be honest. I guess it gets into the game and tensions are boiling over. So I didn't really know where it came from. I didn't know that there was any tension there. It was just, I guess that's just emotions high at the end of the game. So you get that, I guess.
Made great impacts. I thought Isaiah, when he came on, was fantastic. And I thought Nathan Brown, the moment he came on, everyone realised he's not that big a bloke. He's he's a little bit wild. So, yeah, you know, we're big on first impressions, and both of them I thought were awesome.
Hey, Freddie, a lot of people in the media have suggested what you should do and what you shouldn't do, etc., but obviously you just want to back your own judgment and never be swayed. Is that a fair comment?
Oh no, we've got a good staff here as well, and the staff, I think, you know, we don't listen to outside very much, and if we do, it's always, you know, to people we respect, and we're not ignorant. That some people might know better than us, but the decisions we made, we felt very comfortable in from the start. They were made early in the week, and we're very comfortable with the team we put out there.
You made a big change in the halves. One of those decisions was giving Cody Walker that crack at 6. Can you describe the difference you've seen in him in the way he's handled this week and that game tonight compared to previous experience?
Yeah, well, you know, I think we can go back, and he had a lot on his plate the last time he had his first game. Well, his debut, he had a lot on his plate, and still had a big impact at the back end of the game. And I think he's just grown up. He's a real leader, Cody. So, and I thought, you know, just the way he held his patience. He wasn't getting much luck on the left hand side there, and he just kept going, finishing sets down on their line. A lot of players would have really pushed the ball and try to score or bring something, you know, make something that wasn't there. And that was a really good sign. I thought that was when they kept doing that, you know you're driving the other team mad. So he drove them mad.
He said after the game that he felt that his combination with Nathan could be like that with Adam Reynolds. Did you see the similarities in their combination?
Yeah, well, Adam takes a lot of the kicking, so Cody just sort of complimented Nathan. He had a couple of nice kicks at the end when they started to give too much attention to Nathan, and well, it was good. They work really well. But like Teddy said, the rest of the blokes were really good. And I think, you know, like I said, Queensland, there's most of a stage there where they just realised, you know what, we'll go to Suncorp and we'll get a result up there.
Cookie didn't finish the game. Is he okay, Damien?
Damien? Well, Damien didn't train on Saturday, and he also spent the night in hospital on Monday. So for him to then come to captain's run, he'd been on antibiotics for a couple of days and turned up and had an absolute blind. I rang him when he was in hospital because we had Cam McInnes ready, and I was speaking to Greg Alexander. I said, well, we'll hear it in his voice, and he rang at 10 in the morning after speaking to the doctor and said, I'm ready to go, and met us out at captain's run and had a blinder. So I think a few of you missed him, actually, that he didn't train on Saturday. No one asked any questions about it, but anyway, that was a good story. He had a boil.
Where was it?
On his leg. So I was all strapped up.
If there is maybe I want to say a weakness, but do you need to make sure that Gutho and Jack are really comfortable defensively at Suncorp?
I think everyone's confident in those guys to do their job on the edges in the centres. I think obviously they were disappointed how they had a few errors in the first game, but everyone's confident in them to do their job on the edges. They did a great job tonight, and Queensland are going to go to those options when they're behind to shift the ball and try and get us on the edges. But I thought our edges held them well.
Teddy, can I ask your thoughts on going to Suncorp, potentially lifting the shield up there? What that would be like?
It's exciting. Yeah, as Freddie said, it'll be a massive challenge. We know Queensland are going to come out fighting at home. It's going to probably come down to the last minute, like it did last year. It'll be something similar. So we know we were good tonight, but we're going to have to lift again, and it's not going to get any easier up there in Queensland. And if we lift our energy from what we did tonight and get the opportunity to lift the trophy up there, that'll be really special.